Lesson 6. Right, we're on to lesson 6. We're going to learn another song today. We've done a song for some strummings. We did Oasis Wonderwall, and now we're going to learn something called Spanish Etude. It's by Albanese. It's a picking song. So we're not going to be playing any chords. We're going to be focusing on the right hand, and we're also going to be focusing on sort of moving these fingers around on the guitar a little bit. So let's check it out. This is Spanish Etude, Albanese. Right, so there it is. That was the Spanish Etude by Albanese. Why are we learning to play this song? It's a great song to learn. It's got a sort of hypnotic sort of feel to it, and it sort of draws you in. There's also a lot of aspects to playing this guitar that will help improve your technical ability. You'll start learning how to move around on the guitar. Your fingers will get a little bit sort of quicker, and then you'll get that left and right hand coordination. There's a few sort of things that we're going to look at in this video. We're going to break it down. So we're going to break the whole piece of music down into sections like we did for Oasis, so that we'll be able to tackle it without it feeling overwhelming. So you get all the breakdowns and you're going to go through them section by section. I'm just going to play first section. You just practice until you've gone all the way through. And then we'll put the whole piece together. So what you need to do now is you need to print the Etude notes, and you need to print the actual Spanish Etude song. We're going to focus on the notes for the first sort of part, and only right at the end, when we're putting it all together, we will use the actual song. Alright, so before we get onto it, we're going to do an exercise for our right hand. So after the exercise, we'll get onto all the sections and then put it all together. So let's get straight to it. Exercise for Spanish Etude. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do an exercise. This exercise is going to be for your right hand. For the Spanish Etude, you'll notice first things first on the tab. Over here, we'll notice at the beginning of the exercise and the beginning of the song and all your notes, right at the beginning there's a 6/4 as your time signature. Now what this means is there aren't going to be 4 counts in every bar, there are going to be 6. Alright, and if you look at the tab and you look at the first exercise we're going to do, there are a lot of numbers, well, a lot of zeros in that tab. There are 12. And that definitely doesn't add up to 6. So what's going on here is we're using a slightly different count. We're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and. So for this whole song, your counting is going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and. Alright, so it's not a big deal, because we're breaking it up into sections and we're breaking it up into bars. So you're not really going to notice much. All you need to know is that we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and. Right, so before we tackle that first exercise, we're going to be using our thumb and our middle finger for this song the whole way through. So we're only using these 2 fingers. Thumb is going to be your number, so it'll be 1. Middle finger is always going to be and. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and. Alright, so we need to bear that in mind. Thumb is going to be our number, middle finger our and. Okay, and the easiest sort of part of the song is going to be the and part. The and is always going to pick up your thin string. So with your middle finger, just give that a go. On your thinnest string, just pick it up like that. Alright, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going thumb, and, thumb, and, thumb, and, the whole way throughout the whole song. So that's what makes it a little bit easier to play. We are going to have to move around and play a little bit on our guitar, but basically we're just going to be going thumb, and, all the way through and picking the right strings. So that is why we're going to learn our exercise. We just need to get comfortable with that. So the first exercise, what you will see are zeros on your second thickest string and your thinnest string. Okay, and it's going to be read from left to right, as we always read our tab. So what you've got is you've got the second thickest string, then the thinnest. Second thickest, thinnest. Second thickest, thinnest. 6 times. So what they're asking you to do is play your second thickest string, and you're going to do that with your thumb. Then they want you to play the thinnest, which you're going to do with your middle finger. Thumb, second thickest, middle finger, thinnest. And they're zeros, which means there are no fingers on the guitar. So what they want us to do in exercise 1 is they want us to play thumb on the second thickest, and then your thinnest with your second finger. And we need to do that 6 times. So very slowly we're going to play that. And we're going to call 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and. That is all they want us to do for that exercise. Thumb and, thumb and, thumb and, thumb and. Alright, so we're going to stop the video in a second. We're going to practice that. But first we're just going to go through all 3 exercises, and then we're going to stop, and then we're going to play it nice and slowly, and then we'll give you some time to practice that. So the second exercise is identical, except for one thing. They want us to take our thumb and move it down onto the 5th thickest. 6, 5, 4. Okay, so it's your 3rd thickest string. You're going to play that once, and then your thin string once. And they want us to do that 6 times. Thumb and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Let's do that again. So thumb is on this string, your 3rd thickest, and middle finger underneath on your thinnest. And we're going to alternate between thumb and finger. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and. Simple as that. On to our last exercise. Our last exercise is exactly the same, except they want us to play on the thickest string. So we're going to alternate between thumb and middle, thumb and middle, thumb and middle, all the way through 6 times. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 is the exercise that we need to practice in order to play the song. Now, you'll get that sort of fairly quickly and you'll be able to play it. But what we need to do is we need to practice it over and over. You need to be able to play it incredibly fast, because if you can do that, then when we're playing the song slowly, it seems incredibly easy. So if you over practice and you get something faster than it needs to be for these kind of exercises, then it makes playing the song a lot simpler. So what we need to do now is we need to practice exercise 1, exercise 2 and exercise 3 together. So we're going to do that. Starting with the A, second thickest, we're going to play 6 times. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, and then down to the D, the third thickest. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, and then to our top thickest string. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, and right, we need to practice that over and over and over. Once you've practiced it, each exercise individually, you add them all together, and then you practice that over and over and over until it gets a lot quicker. What you want to aim for is sort of continuous picking throughout. So you don't want to have pauses here, and you don't want it to be the timing to be different. You want it to be very precise. Alright, so I'm going to play that exercise 1, 2 and 3 all together for reference for you of where you need to get in your practice. That's all you need to be able to do. So stop the video before you tackle the sections. Make sure you've practiced this exercise a lot. So whilst you're doing something simple, if you're sitting watching TV and the ads come on and you've got your guitar, just sit there and practice your picking. Fit in these kind of exercises in your daily sort of stuff as much as you can, so that you're getting a lot better at it. The minute you can hold a conversation and you can pick at the same time, you can focus on something and you can pick, then you know it's getting ingrained into you, and then you know you're at that sort of point. You don't want to have to think about it, you don't want to have to struggle, it needs to be really easy. So practice, 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 or the next sections aren't going to be that simple. You're going to have to overthink and over practice. Alright, and that is basically the exercise for Spanish Etude. Section 1. Right, we're going to start learning the notes on the guitar for the Spanish Etude. What we're going to get is we're going to break it down into a bar, and then it'll tell you how many times we need to play that bar. In this first section, we're going to learn a bar, and we're going to play it 3 times. Once we've done that, we've done the first section, and then we just keep practicing the first section. Okay, so the notes for Spanish Etude. We have our first bar up, and the first bar again has 12 numbers on the guitar. So there are 12 notes to play. So we're going through 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, and we're going to read it left to right like we always do. And you'll notice the numbers are not on the same string. You've got your middle finger playing the ands all the way through, and then we've got a thumb before that. So it's going to go thumb and thumb and. The first note, the very left one, that's part of our first exercise. That is going to be played, we are going to play the open A string, like that. I'm going to play a little bit higher up on the guitar so that you can see both hands close together. I want you to play in the normal place on the guitar all the way down here. Right, so we are playing second thickest string, and then the and. Good. Now, on to the next note. The next note is on the third thickest string, and it's in the second box. So we need to hold that note. We're going to use our middle finger. Because first fret, second fret, third fret, fourth fret. So on our third thickest string, we're playing at the second fret. So all we do now is we pick that note. And then we pick the and. Alright, so make sure you're pushing nice and tight like you do with your chords. Finger upright, nice and arched. We play that note. And then our thinnest for the and. Then the next notes, they want us to play the same string. You're just going to play on the third fret. So this would go up a fret. We're going to use our third finger like that. And then we play this note. And then the and. Again. Next note is the 0 on this string. So we take this finger away and we play our third thickest string again with no finger. And then our and on our thinnest. Then we're back onto the second fret on that same string. So on your third thickest string, second fret, you play that note. And then our thin again for the and last note on our second thickest string, we're going to play at our third fret, 1, 2, 3. And then our open and. Alright, and what we've done is we've played the first bar of the song. We need to do this very slowly, and we need to practice those notes until it becomes a lot easier and we don't have to think about it. We also have to play that 3 times. So we've got to do what we just did another 2 more times. So let's do that. Second thickest string with no fingers, and then our thinnest for the and. Then we're going on to the D string, and we're going into the second fret. Then we play that note, and then the and. Same string, third fret, with our third finger. Then our open and. Then same string, no fingers. And then our and. Back onto the second fret on the same string. Play that, and then our and. And the last note, it's like playing a C. We take our ring finger, we put it on our second thickest string at the third fret, and we play that, and then the open E for the and. Right, we're going to play that again. This finger now just goes off, and you're playing second thickest string, then your second fret on your D string, your third thickest, and then open, same string, third fret, then the open and, same string, no fingers, and then open, back on the same string, to our second fret, open, and then we're going to our third fret on our second thickest, so thumb comes up as well, and the open. Alright, and that is how to play the first exercise. Now, we need to practice that over and over and over, and we need to slowly speed it up, so that we're playing the same speed as our exercise. 1 and 2 and 3 and etc. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you it at its sort of normal speed. We're still going to play a little bit slower until right at the end, and we'll speed it up a little bit. So all of these notes, I'm going to play this 3 times in a row, and I just want you to watch my fingers. Then you can stop the video, you can practice on your own, and then you can rejoin the video and try and play along with me. Alright, so here it goes, 3 times in a row. And there we have it 3 times in a row. Now, to get it up to speed so we can play it. To get to that point, we need to know where the notes are, and we need to get comfortable with the coordination of left and right hand. Now this does take some time, it takes a lot of practice. So we need to just give that lots of time. What you can also do is just go through the notes without playing them. So you know, first you're playing this note, the A, then you're playing this, then our 3rd fret, then open, 2nd fret, and then down to 3rd, open, 2, 3, open, 2, 3, open, 2, 3, open, 2, 3. One more time. Open, 2, 3, open, 2, 3. And then you just keep practicing that until you can speed it up a bit. Open, 2, 3, open, 2, 3, open, 2, 3, open, 2, 3. It's the same. Open, 2, 3, open, 2, 3 all the way through. You're just changing strings as you do that. So refer to your notes, have a look at it on a piece of paper, find out where those notes are, and just remember you're playing thumb, middle, thumb, middle. So you're playing a note and then the open string, a note, an open string. Sometimes there's no fingers on the guitar and sometimes there are. So practice that very, very slowly until you get the hang of it and you can kind of string it together. You need to play that little exercise 3 times in a row. Alright, and that, before we do that, I'm going to play that one more time all the way through for you. So once you've practiced, you come back and you try and play along with me. 3 times in a row. I'm going to play here so we can see. And that is basically how to play the first section of the song. Section 2. Right, we're going to do very much the same that we did in section 1, except this one's a little bit easier. There's only 1 bar. So there's no repeats or anything like that. We're just going to do it once. And we're going to do exactly the same. Let's take a look at the notes. We've got our numbers and our opens. So we've got 6 thumb notes that we need to play, and we've got 6 open strings that we have to play. First things first, we're asking us to play our open D string. So this string over here. We need to play that. And then our and. Let's do that again. D, and. Then on our second thickest string, at the 2nd fret, we're going to play that note. And then open, and. 3rd fret, we do that again. Open on the D string, open, and 2, and 3, and. So let's go over those notes. We've got the open, 2nd fret on your second thickest string. Then we've got the same string, 3rd fret. Then we've got open again, 2nd fret on our second thickest, same string, 3rd fret. That's as easy as that. So we're only playing 3 notes. We're playing. Alright, so we only need to play that once. Let's do that. 0 and 2nd fret, second thickest string, 2 and same string, 3rd fret, 3 and open string D and 2 and 3. And that's all there is to it. So again, you're going to practice this section over and over and over, even if you find it easy. At first you'll battle to find the notes, and you just, with a bit of time and practice, you just get those notes right, and then just practice it over and over and over. Make sure you're reading it from your sheet as well, so you can stop the video and you can read along to the tab and you can just practice that. And that basically is section 2. Section 3. Right, section 3 is also a fairly simple one. There's only 1 bar. It's very similar to section 2 as well. So let's have a look at those notes. Right, they're asking us to play 12 notes again, as usual. And there's 6 thumbs and 6 open notes. We start off, the first 3 notes are the same as section 2. We're starting off with the open, D. And then we're playing middle finger, and. Then on our second thickest string at the 2nd fret, we have to play that note, and the and. Same string, 2nd thickest at the 3rd fret, then the open. Then they want us to play an open A, 2nd thickest, and then the open. Then on your thickest string at the 3rd fret, you're going to play that note, and the open. And then on your same string, on your thickest at the 1st fret, and then open. And that is all there is to it. Okay, so now again, we need to practice that over and over and over and over. Make sure you've got your sheets up, make sure you're practicing along to your sheets. I'm going to play that a couple times and I'm going to show you where the notes are again. Alright, so we're playing the D string, the 3rd thickest, and open. Onto your 2nd thickest string at the 2nd fret, open, same string at the 3rd fret, then on the same string, open, and then you open, thickest string at the 3rd fret, open, and then on the 1st fret on that same string, the thickest, and then you're open. Alright, so let's just have a look at those notes. You've got your D, then 2nd thickest string, 2nd fret, same string, 3rd fret, then open, then on your thickest string at the 3rd fret, on the same string at your 1st fret. Let's do that again. D string, open, 2nd thickest string at the 2nd fret, same string at the 3rd fret, same string, open, then on your thickest string at the 3rd fret, thickest string at the 1st fret, and that's all there is to it. I'm going to play that one more time throughout. D and 2nd fret and 3rd fret and open and 3rd fret on your thickest, open, 1st on your thickest, open, again, and that is all there is to the section 3. So practice it hard, follow along with your notes, give it a lot of time, and that is basically how to play section 3. Section 4. Right, section 4, we're going to go straight into it and have a look. Again, there's going to be 6 notes, and we're going to be playing 6 thumb notes and 6 middle finger notes, the ands. Now, we're changing it up a little bit. We're starting with the thick string. So your first note, they want you to play thumb on the thickest, then the and. Now we're going to 3rd thinnest string at the 2nd fret, then the and, then on the same string, 3rd fret, and the and, then same string open, and back on with your 2nd finger at the 2nd fret. Now, this first finger just comes down above this one, like in an E minor chord, and that's the finger we're going to use for this last note. So they want us to play on the 2nd fret, in the 2nd thickest string, and then the open. And this exercise we only need to do twice. So let's try it again. Basically, you're going to be coming back down into that E minor. So we're going to be using these fingers to get us to that E minor. So right, so normally we're playing 1, 2, 3, 4. In this case, we're playing a chord at the end. Right, let's try it again from left to right. Thickest string, then and. 3rd thickest string at the 2nd fret, and same string, 3rd fret, and then open, same string, and then back on at the 2nd fret on that same string, the 3rd thickest, and then the last note you're bringing that down onto your 2nd fret, 2nd thickest, your 1st finger, and right, let's take a look at just the notes. Got your thickest, then on your 3rd thickest, you've got 2, 3, open, 2, then your E minor, you've got your 2 on this string, Let's look at that again. Open, third thickest string, second fret, same string, third fret, same string, open, same string, second fret, and then first finger down onto that E minor, so onto your second fret, second thickest string. Alright, let's play that one more time. We're going to play it twice in a row actually, because that's how we need to play it for our song. So, from left to right, open, and third thickest, second fret, 2, and same string, third fret, 3, and same string, open, and same string, second fret, and then our first finger down and onto your second thickest, second fret, open, again, thumb, and second fret, third thickest string, 2, and same string, third fret, 3, and same string, open, and same string, second fret, open, and the last one, our first finger comes down, and we're playing the second fret on the second thickest string, and then our open. Alright, and that is how we're going to play our fourth section. So give that a lot of time. We only need to play that twice. We need to play 2 in a row. So give it some time, practice figuring out where your fingers go, practice picking them, and make sure you're referring to your tab so you can stop the video and you can follow along with your tab and practice that. And that is basically how to play section 4. Section 5. Right, in section 5 we're going to do things a little bit different. We've been looking at a bar at a time. We're going to look at 2 bars now at a time. It's the sort of last 2 bars of the main bulk of the song. So the reason we're doing 2 bars is there's a particular flow that happens within these 2 bars. So I don't want to split that up. I want you to be able to get all the way through without sort of splitting that up and making it sound disjointed. Alright, so let's take a look at the notes. And what we see are 2 bars right next to each other. Again, it's got your 6 thumb notes, your 6 middle, and then your 6 thumb and your 6 middle in the second bar. And we only have to play this once. So this is section 5. We only have to do this once, and it's 2 bars. Alright, and there's a sort of scale that starts running through in this last exercise, and that's why I want to do it together, is because I want it to be continuous. If you have a look, you've got all your middle fingers playing the ands, and your thumb sort of playing throughout. It even ventures onto the 3rd string now in this particular bar. So let's start off very slowly and go through it little bit by little bit. The first note they want us to play is the open thick string, then the and. Now you're going to use your first finger on your second thickest string at the 2nd fret, and then open. Then onto your D string, the 3rd thickest, it's an open. Now, 2nd finger on your 3rd thickest string, 2nd fret, on the D string here we play that, then our open, then ring finger, same string on your 3rd fret, and then your open, and now 3rd string, your 3rd thinnest, you're going to play an open G. and then your open. Then we have to come back down to the D string, the third thickest, on your second fret. Play that, and then your open. Same string, third fret, then open. Same string, open, and same string, second fret, open, next string up at your third fret on your second thickest, and then on the same string, your second thickest at the second fret. We're going to use our second finger now. Then open, and we've made it all the way through. That's going to look and sound like this with a bit of practice. I'm going to show you why we're putting those two bars together and the sort of the run up and down of the scale that we're going to hear. What we're going to get to. And that's obviously getting silly fast. So you can kind of hear the scale moving up and down. But we don't have to play it that fast. We only have to play much slower, thankfully. Alright, so let's go over that again, and then we'll look at the notes. Thickest string, second thickest string with your first finger, and that's at your second fret. Then open D, that's your third thickest, then open and same string, second fret, second finger, then open, same string with your third finger at the third fret, and then we're on to our open G string, then and back onto our fourth, our D string at the second fret, second finger, then and same string, third fret, and same string, open, and same string again, second fret, and then onto our third fret on our second thickest string, and then down onto our second fret, second thickest, and alright, let's look at those notes. We've got our open, second with this finger. The reason we're doing that is because we're using it as part of our E, so that we can get to this string next. So as we go up in the scale and we're moving our fingers, we don't want to have to use this finger all the way through. We want to be a little bit more economical. Alright, so thickest string, open, second fret with our first finger, then we've got an open again, second, third, open string, back up, second fret, third, open, second on the same string, and then up to the next string onto your fifth string, third fret, second fret, again on that same string. Let's go over those notes again. Open, second fret with our first finger on the second thickest, third thickest, we're open, third thickest, second fret, third thickest, third fret, then our third thinnest, G string, open, and then back up to our third thickest on D, second fret, then same string D, third, same string open, same string 2, then up onto the next string, second thickest at the third fret, and then the same string we move back to the second fret, like that. Alright, so we're going to play that once more all the way through. So you're going to practice along until you can get to this point. So, open, and 2, and open, and 2, and 3, and next string, open, and back up, 2, and 3, and open, and 2, and next string, 3, and 2, and. Alright, so you need to practice this very slowly. You need to go through all the notes and you need to just put those 2 bars together straight away. So that is exercise 5. You want to make sure that you are just going nice and slow and you're going up and down that scale and you're using your thumb all the way. Thumb, alternate with your middle finger. Thumb, middle, thumb, middle. Go through that very slowly. Practice that one a lot because it doesn't have as recognizable pattern as the rest of them do. So you need to give that one a little bit more attention. Alright, so make sure you've got your tab, make sure you're following along, and that is basically how to play section 5. Section 6. This is an easy one, so we're going to go straight to it. We have a look at the tab, and all they're asking us to do on this is play our thickest string. Simple as that. It needs to ring for 6 counts, and that is all we have to do. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I can't put it any simpler than that. That is very, very, very basically section 6. All sections together. Right, we have basically learned all that we need to for Spanish Etude. So now we get to that point where we want to put it all together and play the song. So what you need to do is you just get your Spanish Etude notes out, the breakdown list, and I've laid it all out for you. So you'll see you've got exercise or section 1, 2, then 1, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 1, 3, and 6. So in order to play the song, you need to practice each section one after another. You need to practice them over and over and over until you can get them really well. You can get them really good. And then once you've practiced your first section, you move on to the next, and you move on to the next, and you move on to the next. And then you pull out the breakdown sheet and you play the sections as it's listed. You play them in order, one after another. And what you'll find is you're now playing the song in its order. At first there's going to be pauses here and in between as you get used to playing the song. Eventually with more and more time, and as you get more familiar with it, those pauses will go away and you'll find you're playing a continuous piece of music. And that would be the Spanish Etude by Albanese, and you've got the sheet for that as well. So once you've practiced the sections and you've put them all together in the correct order with your breakdown list, then you will be playing that last page. And the last page you want to get onto as quick quick as you can without rushing through practice. As soon as you've done the breakdown list, then you want to sort of put it to one side and you want to focus on the actual piece of music and that tab, because then you're not sort of breaking it down anymore, you're playing it from start to finish, and that will encourage you to play the song all the way through. It'll make it smoother and it'll make it sound nice. Then once you've done that, you just play the whole thing very slowly, and you just slowly with time speed it up, and it'll get quicker and quicker. And that is basically it. That is how you play a Spanish etude. So practice along with that breakdown sheet. And in the next video, I'm going to show you Spanish etude from start to finish all the way through, so that you have reference of how to play the song and a goal for which you want to reach. And that is basically the Spanish etude breakdown. And there we have it. That was lesson 6 of our beginner's course. We've learned to play Spanish etude. In the last video, I show you how to play Spanish etude quite slow, and that's the sort of speed I would want you to play it at when you first learn to play the guitar. If you are looking for a goal, then go back right to the beginning in the overview and have a look at Spanish etude, play there, and realize you can play it a lot faster. So with time, I mean, it'll take you a couple of months, you'll get that Spanish etude a lot faster and you'll get it sounding a lot cooler. So yeah, that's it, lesson 6. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to contact us, you can find us on Facebook, The Sound of Art Cape Town. You can leave your posts, queries and comments, we'll get back to you. And with that is our lesson 6.